ever wonder why you are on earth? Hi, this is TYAC, the Total Teens and Young Adult Corner. I welcome you back to this channel, and if you are a newcomer, please subscribe and ensure that you like this video. And if you are a returning subscribers, ensure that you like this video in order for YouTube to suggest this video for other people to watch if you are being blessed in this platform. Today we are going to be talking on purpose discovery. I'm not going to tell you, okay, this is your purpose, or this is what you have to do, this is the kind of thing that you need to do and stuff like that, but I'm going to give you an insight on purpose and what purpose is not. So let's dive into it. What is purpose? Actually, this topic is what some people will sit down and write a voluminous book about, but this video is going to just summarize to you what purpose is and how to then identify your purpose. So let's dive into it. What is purpose? Purpose is the essence of existence. How do I mean? Why are you existing on earth? If you have never asked yourself that question, then you have not embarked on the journey of self-discovery, which is very paramount to purpose discovery. So, the essence of our existence is what purpose is. How do I now mean? Why am I existing? Who need to feel my impact? Who are the people that call my attention, that have a place in my heart, that touch the seeds of my passion? Those are the questions to ask yourself when it comes to purpose discovery. I will have to is that purpose is actually a seed or a way of anything that you do or anything that you are passionate about to affect humanities. How do I mean? Whatever the area of the humanities that is being touched that affected you, you need to pay attention to them. I mean, affected you emotionally or pinched your heart. I was like, oh, why is this thing working like this? You need to pay attention to that. You might have a purpose in that light. I would like to explain to us what purpose is not. In a clear term, purpose is not something that is fun. It's not always fun. You will get what I mean by saying purpose is not always fun. Purpose is not self-induced fun. Yes, I think that's the best way to put it. It's not what you do to give yourself self-satisfaction and not others. Purpose is most times what you do to affect others' life, to give them the essence of their existence, to give them meaning, to bring to them laughter, to bring to them light, to bring to them exposure. So purpose is not always about me. Purpose is always about others. What do I have to give others? What do I have to affect others? What affect positively actually? So what do I have to do to change my world? What do I have to do to change my community? What do I have to do to change the negative narration of my family or other families to come? These are the questions to ask in the journey of purpose discovery. And don't forget, there is no purpose discovery without self-discovery. There is need for you to first discover who you are in order to properly position yourself to the society or the group of people you want to help. Remember, purpose is not about you, but about others. What you can add to other, the value you can add to other, how you can be of help, how you can change the story, how you can change the narrative for better, and how you can make them to live better for themselves as well. So purpose is not about instant gratification. No. Living purposefully, it takes time. It's not in discovering that takes time, but in exercising or penetrating into the area in which you want to affect positively. How then can I discover my purpose? This is very simple. Number one is first to embark on the journey of self-discovery. Why am I shouting on self-discovery, self-discovery? You cannot help others except you have been helped. You need to first help yourself before you can extend help to others. And how do you help yourself? Is by discovering yourself. When you discover yourself, that is when you are able to understand that this is what pinch me, what affects my heart, what affects my soul when I see this malfunctioning. So another way to discover purpose is to find out the area of pain. And like I said, you must first discover yourself before you begin to understand that this is not right. There should be something that needs to be done to this. There should be people that needs to address this. So when you realize that you are being bitter, not negatively towards something, but you want a positive effect, you want something to change positively in this aspect of life, but people are not saying it, that could be a sign of your purpose, because this thing you want to change, this thing you want to bring positive change to, is not only going to affect you, but it's going to affect other people positively and generations to come. So that might also be a way of what purpose discovery. Another thing is passion. Though this is kind of tricky. When you say passion, most time passion always like what give you excitement, what give you joy. But remember, purpose is not always about you. No, it is not. Purpose is about others, how you want to live to affect others positively. In my journey in life, I think first thing I've always wanted to do is to find who I am, finding me, stuff like that. So in the year 2015, I think that was when I was leaving secondary school, I get to realize that success is not about money. That way to define purpose, or to get to know your purpose, is to define your success early. Yes. So one of the things that I did early in life is to define what success means to me. And that was 2015 when I was leaving secondary school, because I've always like question. My head is always full of questions. So in 2015, I discovered that success to me depends on the number of people I'm able to affect positively. Now, this that I'm doing, talking to teenagers and youths, is purpose to me. How do I mean? And this vision actually came in 2020 when I finished my university. And I was serving in one church. Like, I was asked to go back to my hometown to serve in that particular church. So I was serving there, and my prayer then was just that, Lord, why am I here on earth? What have you called me out to do? What single me out among many? I just don't want to be okay after school, get a job. Though I was thinking it would be that easy. So get a job, start living, get married, start giving birth. No, it's boring to me. Yes, that was how I was feeling then, as at 2020. Like, no, this kind of life is boring to me. What have you called me out to do? I could remember that I would go to church, and that is when I started praying in tears. I wasn't sad before I went for this service. I wasn't sad. But I will just end up that after the service, when like it's prayer meeting, prayer stretch, it's always prayer stretch on Thursdays. So I will just be praying, and I will just find myself being emotional. God, what have you called me out for? What have you called me out for? So then I got this vision of creating a platform where I would talk with teenagers, get across with youth, talk, chat, and discuss with them. So I discussed this with my pastor then. God bless you so much. I don't know if you will see this, Pastor Temilolua. God bless you so much, sir. So I discussed it with my pastor, and it was like, you can still pray more. You can still pray more. And I'm grateful for that advice, sincerely. I know if I've started then, this would have ended. This would have been a pregnant without coming to term. So I discussed with my pastor then. He told me, he said, pray more, and be patient. Pray more for clarity. And amazingly, this vision was bettered again, or came back. I was praying, but it's got to a point I forgot anything about that. I just forgot. Like, okay, what is this? I just forgot everything about that. Then it came to pass that I started attending a particular church in Ibadan here, and in the beginning of the year, they started prayer, fasting and prayer, 7 days dry, and I joined that particular one. So then I do not even know my prayer points, but I shall know it's not material. I was just praying. Then this vision came again. But when it came, and that was 2024, yes, early 2024, that was when I started this YouTube channel, actually. So when it came so strong, that if I did not start now, the world is ending. Like, so I know it is that season of my life to birth this vision, to birth this purpose. So purpose and vision can be used interchangeably, depending on the context. And my own was actually born out of pain, because I grew up in the family whereby I saw some stuff that I do not like. Like I've said, children with self-awareness are always kind of passive and rebellious, and that's the truth. So let's just continue with this. So I see the fact that it was a lonely journey for me, a very lonely journey. I don't want to be emotional right now because I couldn't see someone to model after and stuff like that in my immediate family, like immediate family. Not that my cousins and stuff or that are not doing well, they are, but in my immediate family I couldn't see someone to model after, and it was such a lonely journey, painful and all like that. So I think my own came purpose. I got to discover that out of pain, see that no, this should not be like that. There should be someone that will hold your hand in the journey of life. So we are talking on how to discover purpose. I will say it again. There is no purpose discovery without self-discovery. So I think the number one step is to discover yourself. Then you can get to discover what your purpose is. So another one is to reflect on your passion. And I was talking about passion, how it is not about you. It is about what gives you joy when you do to others. So another way to discover purpose is to reflect on your passion. Another beautiful one is to read, seek knowledge. If you read, you will get exposed to stuff and the world beyond your immediate environment. So like that, you will get to discover what you really want to do and how you really want to affect other people's life. That is when another point comes in, that talk to mentors, talk to those people that have gone ahead of you. You don't necessarily have to take everything that they say, sink and take everything in like that, but talk to them, seek advice, and in such a way you will be able to discover what you have been called out for. What is a life without affecting other people's lives, or without making effect or positive effect to the generation that is coming after you or that you are living in? Have you ever thought about what will world say after you've long gone? So I don't want to be emotional, God help me. So there's need to also to ask questions, be inquisitive. That is another way to discover your purpose. when you are inquisitive, like this. So, and also pray. As believers, there's need for us to pray. Pray. We need to pray. Everything is not prayer though, but you need to pray so that you can rightly position in discovering your purpose in life. So that being said, how then is it expected of you to live purposefully? Deliberate. Be deliberate about your life. You need to be deliberate about your life. Be very, very deliberate. Seek knowledge and live. Yes, a lot of people are in the world and they are not living. They are not living. How do I mean? That stuff that is inside of you that you want to do, you have the money for it, you have the resources for it. Not that you are limited by any resources, not that you are limited by stuff. That great and mighty things in you that you want to do, start doing it. Who are you afraid of? The world is wide. It's wide for everybody to live. It is very, very important to live, and may God help us very well to buttress the fact that self-discovery naturally come before self purpose discovery. Is the fact that our greatest, beautiful, handsome, I don't know whether it's handsome, Jesus Christ in the Bible that we model after, actually first thing he did was to discover who he was. Searching scripture, listening to messages, asking questions. So with that, you see that there is no purpose discovery without self-discovery. So live purposefully. After you discover who you are, start. No time is waiting. Don't waste any time. And if there is anything you would like to discuss, share, or you will want anybody to walk through this journey of purpose discovery, I will leave a link in the bio. Kindly check the link, get to the page, and message any of the admin directly and talk about the fact that, oh, I want you to journey with me in my journey of purpose discovery. And the Lord will help all of us. I believe He has always been doing it, and your case will not be an exception. So this is TYAC, the Total Teens and Young Adult Corner. If this is what you like others to see, kindly like this video so that YouTube can suggest this video for other people so that they can as well learn. And don't forget, as always, I love you. Bye for now.